Hello, everybody. Welcome to another audio commentary. Today we are watching That's My Boy. Now, you might wonder why we're watching That's My Boy. And it's because, shock of shocks, Mike likes this movie.
I kind of I find it entertaining. I wouldn't say I like it though.
Now, we're both drinking a little bit in order to be able to watch the movie. But
Yeah, I usually watch this movie when I drink heavily, and I'm already at a .08, so you better catch up. This podcast is partially sponsored by Alco Droid, so download Alco Droid. Tells you where you're at.
yeah, we are in Massachusetts in 1984. The 80s. Adam Sandler loves his 80s stuff.
You should have pointed out that we started the movie as soon as we started the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true. Go back and start playing it as soon as we start talking.
What I think it was weird here is his friend in the green shirt. He looks like a young Andy Samberg.
He really does, and he looks very young.
And isn't this? I don't remember her name. She's Susan Sarandon's daughter, though, isn't she?
Yeah, her name's Eva Amore. And if you want to see
the Alf lunchbox, if only he knew what Max Wright would be up to later.
Oh, Max Wright. If you want to see Eva Amore naked, and why wouldn't you? I would suggest that you watch Californication, the David Duchovny show.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to see that. I never have.
And if you want to see her mom, Susan Sarandon, naked, you could watch Pretty Baby, or Atlantic City, or The Hunger, or
haven't seen any of those.
Sweetheart's Dance.
Nope, not that either.
Or White Palace.
Have not seen that.
She's been naked in a lot of films.
That's fair.
But yeah, they look a lot alike.
Yeah, they definitely. You know what movie I know Massachusetts from mostly?
What's that?
The Client.
Oh yeah.
With Bradley Renfro. What's he up to these days?
Brad Renfro. Isn't he dead?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
I think the last time someone saw him, he was hanging by his neck in his fucking closet.
No, I think he actually died of a heroin overdose.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Uh-oh. This part makes no sense right here.
Uh-huh.
When he's talking to her in detention. Oh, by the way, that's a Lithuania flag in the background.
Yep.
I don't know if you got it. Weird, but that's just gross, chewing someone else's gum.
Yeah, it's not sexy to me.
No. But I mean, she does seem like the type who's not like, who's kind of unhinged if she's like banging like a 13-year-old.
Yeah, for a comedy, the premise of this movie is really weird. Because it starts with statutory rape.
It's a dark premise, but it's not a dark movie, which is very odd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if this movie, like you could almost see this screenplay could almost have been like a blueprint of a drama about like people with sexual dysfunction and stuff. And no spoiler alerts in case you're watching this for the first time for some reason with our audio commentary instead of actually listening to it. But there's more sexual dysfunction later.
Yeah. But this, like, he's just sitting there the whole time, and they just pay no attention to that kid.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's very odd.
Weird. And why did he buy the wine coolers?
Yeah, I don't get that either. Because I mean, like, it's what's more depraved, having sexual relations with your teacher or selling wine coolers to a minor?
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I have the yoo-hoo. I'm not up to any shenanigans. Let's fuck."
But yeah, like I think this whole opening montage does really kind of show that she is completely unhinged.
I bet you're really happy with the choice of music, though.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
So I imagine Adam Sandler must be a huge fan of Van Halen because in his probably one of my favorite sketches ever on SNL with him and Chris Farley for Schmidt's Gay.
Yes, that's a
That's
great
Van
one.
Halen.
Yeah, they play "Beautiful Girls" by Van Halen from the album "Women and Children First." Yeah, I think that's one thing that Adam Sandler and I probably shares. We're both really big Van Halen fans.
Yeah,
And
he definitely. Another thing that's messed up is the very opening little sound tidbit is from Rock of Ages by Def.
Def Leppard,
I
yeah.
re- yeah, I recall back in like the '90s when the band The Offspring used that as a sample. They use it's like a 4 or 5 second sample, and I think it cost like an insane amount of money. I was trying to look it up earlier, I couldn't figure it out, but it was like in the tens of thousands of dollars just to use that brief sample.
Yeah, for pretty fly for a white guy.
Yeah, so either they paid like a ton of money just for that brief sample, or the value of a Def Leppard sample has plummeted dramatically in the years since The Offspring.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, they didn't get any funnier, so that just must mean that the show sucks now. Well, you'll see later.
It's funny too because like the way this is played is really, it's played as a fantasy. Like all the kids think he's the coolest in the world. All the adult guys think he's the coolest in the world. Because I mean, she is objectively hot,
Yeah,
but
she's all right.
but like I just don't really see that playing out that way.
And this judge is a bizarre choice for a judge too.
Yeah, she looks like they found her on the street.
He's just let her out of prison.
I think if this is a true story, maybe that's the person that this story is based on.
I like how like they just didn't use protection. I mean, what they didn't know in 1984 that you could wear prophylactics.
Well, only sailors use those.
I guess she just let them cream pie her the whole time.
Oh God! Oh God! That just makes it so much worse.
Yeah, I know. And she's the adult in the situation.
Yep. Yeah.
And this is a spoiler for later in the movie, but later it's like, what is it, 30 years later, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And she's still in prison? How fucking long is the sentence for this?
Oh, no.
I mean, people have murdered people and been out of jail quicker than someone who let some teenage boy cream pie them all day.
Oh, God. Oh, would you now... And I love how he becomes like a celebrity based on this. Based on the fact that he fucked his teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't... I don't know. I guess, in the 80s, there was less media. There were less channels, fewer movies, stuff like that. So, celebrities came out of the woodwork everywhere.
Yeah, again, this is another music choice that seems very expensive. Free Will by Rush.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't seem to skimp on music choices for his movies.
What's funny is even like that old lady is like, oh, this guy looks like he could keep a fucking heart on. He's 13 and you're like 60.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the Alan Thicke / Ian Ziering. However, I would say that might be an anachronism. It's a top-rated movie of 89. Would you put Ian Ziering in 89?
No, I don't think so. I think probably early 90s.
Yeah, that's what I think too. And the two Coreys, I mean, that's a tragedy all over the place.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, one of them's dead and the other one is the reincarnation of Michael Jackson.
Oh, does he say he's the reincarnation of Michael Jackson?
No, he just dresses and acts like it.
Yeah, and he like has weird spellings for all his music. And again, another Rush reference, the car has the 2112, I think, on the hood.
Yep, that's right.
And I don't understand. I mean, Donnie Burger's weird. Why does he have a cassette player? That makes no sense. Like a CD player is like $50 at this point.
Yeah, and so like obviously as anyone who's watched it knows or can see, the central conflict of the movie is that he owes money in taxes, and he he's thinking he wants to use his kid in a way, but he doesn't want to use his kid like for money. He doesn't want to ask him for money. He wants to use him because he wants to get on TV again. He wants to get like famous again.
Yeah, he just wants to not go to jail. But there's so many parts in this movie that just like strike me as like such weird lines that are very memorable. Mm-hmm. This is one of them where he's like, "Oh, that jawline," like the way he says that is so odd. And then when you're
It's weird because like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Ted or like Ted 2.
Yeah, I've
But
seen the first one.
you know, I don't know if they do as much in the first one as they do in the second one. But they, you know, like because Seth MacFarlane's from the New England area too, and he talks about Tom Brady as like you know like they talk about him like he's a god. I'm wondering if it's like kind of. I think maybe that's kind of how it is in New England that like all the local people kind of talk to him like that, and then in the movies they play it up like a little bit.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean,
Humor.
being from Detroit, I can't imagine what a decade-spanning dynasty of any sport franchise would be.
Yeah,
I mean, other than the Red Wings. I mean, obviously the Red Wings in the late '90s, early 2000s. You know, they were like the dominant team for a long stretch of time.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, the rest of the teams have not. You know, like the Pistons won a championship, which was nice and everything, and they, you know, teams have had successes here and there, but yeah, nothing like the Patriots.
And then they had I mean, the Celtics were pretty good for a brief period, and they're coming back kind of. And then even the Red Sox, they just won the World Series. So,
Yeah,
I mean, of all sports towns, you know, Boston's definitely one of the best ones.
for sure. What do you
First
think
appearance
of?
of Leighton Meester and Andy Samberg.
I was gonna say, what do you think of her?
I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's always struck me as like she's not necessarily exactly my like type, like in her with her body, but I don't know. There's just something about like her face and personality, even though she turns out to be like really gross in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've only seen her in this, but I mean, there's a lot of attractive ladies in this movie.
I think that's one of Adam Sandler's strengths is he likes to surround himself with attractive women.
He knows what people like as far as his audience. He definitely can play into his audience. He knows the people who want to see Adam Sandler movies.
Absolutely, he knows his audience like really well. I don't like a ton of Adam Sandler movies, but yeah, there are a group of people that like a lot of them.
Yeah, see, I generally don't like them. I somehow saw this one. I think it was on Comedy Central,
Hmm.
and I just like. I mean, like I said, it's entertaining. This is a perfect example of why I like Adam Sandler and why I hate Adam Sandler, both in the same.
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen cameo. Like Adam Sandler is super loyal to his, his friends and stuff, and Nick
Hmm.
Swartzen is in almost every movie from a certain.
Oh yeah, yeah. He like short. Yeah, all of them. Like, sorry, I've had a little bit to drink. Rob Schneider, you know, obviously is a big one.
Yeah,
I like that this strip club is called Bacon Legs.
yeah. Ciara, another attractive woman in the movie.
Hmm. Yep. You know what's funny though is he really like Susan Sarandon is I mean like you know spoiler alert but Susan Sarandon is basically who he gets with at the end of the movie. A lot of times in these movies he makes sure that he's paired with you know this girl like what a woman that's like kind of like out of his league you know in real life or whatever like
Let's be honest, Susan Sarandon is out of his league.
yeah that I mean for sure but it's not like I don't know. It's not the same as like some of these other ones that he's been with, like Salma
Colin
Hayek.
Quinn cameo.
Yeah,
Colin Quinn's in the movie for like 5 minutes, maybe.
Colin Quinn. Colin Quinn's got some good stand up out there. People should check it out.
Yeah.
I think one's about the Constitution and the other one's about like the history of New York. It's like he goes to the history of New York and somehow makes it funny.
He had a couple of one man shows. Maybe those are what those are. But
Yeah.
this is fucking weird. I didn't realize this until very recently. That's Tony Orlando right there.
Yeah, from Tony Orlando and Dawn. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep, that's Tony. That's tie a yellow ribbon.
What's funny is he's really good in this. I had no idea that was or how he got. I mean, has he acted for this? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't noticed him in a lot of movies, but yeah, he is. He's pretty good. But I mean, when
He's
it really
he's a perfect Adam Sandler actor. Let's say that.
yeah, when it comes down to it, acting is really just saying things.
Another Adam Sandler regular is the guy who plays her dad. I don't know his name. He's been in like so many Adam Sandler movies. He was in The Waterboy.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Home Improvement very briefly. Yeah, he's Harry the hardware salesman. He's like a character actor that's in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, he works a lot. Those are some of my favorite kind of actors. The like not super famous people, but just like character actors that like are believable in just like a variety of different roles.
Yeah, and no, I want to point this out. This movie has a great internal logic to it. If you notice, Adam Sandler is consistently attracted to older women, like his mother. No, like even this, he says, "Oh, that's where he got his rockin' bod from." I mean, that might be a callback. I mean, he's just probably bullshitting, but Adam Sandler immediately is attracted to the grandmother. Like he just like clearly has a thing for older women.
Yeah, I agree, and that is a little detail that doesn't usually show up in more of Adam Sandler's like recent movies. Like they're I like The Wedding Singer, I think is good. I still sort of have nostalgia for Happy Gilmore. And there's a few others, and obviously the movies that he's in that aren't quote unquote Adam Sandler movies, like Punch Drunk Love and the Meyerowitz. It's I can't remember the full name of it, but it's the one on Netflix. And I'll tell you, Adam Sandler is a great actor. When he's paired with like like a director and a good script and stuff like that in some of those like drama movies, he is excellent.
They pretty well claim that he just basically like finds like a exotic location and takes all his friends on for a long vacation for his movies. I wouldn't be shocked by that, but I mean, yeah, I'm not as like widely exposed to it as you seem to be. Mm-hmm. I've seen like his earlier movies and then basically this. I mean, there's like a lot of movies that just look like shit or fucking shit that I haven't even bothered watching.
Yeah. There's some bad ones for sure, but yeah, when he's like when he's in a movie made by like an actual filmmaker and stuff like that, yeah, he's really good. Like I mean, like.
Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't seen it. I like how he's upstaged by Vanilla Ice. Like they're like, oh, they won't give him the time. They're like, oh, Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice, that superstar for 5 minutes in 1991.
Yeah, doesn't this guy look like very similar to John Larroquette for some reason?
Ooh, Vanilla Ice?
No, Randall Morgan.
Oh yeah. He really he does look like John Larroquette.
I feel that they could have just gotten John Larroquette for the same price.
Probably. I think he likes to put the sports cameos in though. That's another one of his like Adam Sandlerisms.
Oh, is that someone that I am not aware of? I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, that's Dan Patrick. He used to be.
Oh, that's Dan Patrick.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize him. I know Dan Patrick. I didn't realize it was him.
Yep, but Vanilla Ice is actually pretty good in this movie. I gotta say.
Again, he's another great example of Adam Sandler, like character.
Yeah, I wonder if.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This barbecue sauce packet. That line is another thing that just sticks in my head. I say it all the time to my my young. Just the way he says that line is so fucking weird. I like how he's just like kneeling him the whole time. He's like, "Stop, collaborate, and listen." And then he's like, "Oh, your mom will give you the money." So he just he's like a fucking walking asshole who's just drinking like Budweiser all day.
Yeah.
I was thinking about drinking Budweiser in honor of the podcast for my drinking, but I just couldn't bring myself to it. I just cannot. I do not care for Budweiser.
No, I'm going for whiskey.
Nice. In honor of the movie, I went for a 15-pack of a natural ice.
Oh, nice. Natty Ice.
$7.50.
In honor of your wallet. You went for that.
Yeah, and my alcohol tolerance.
I'll tell you, one thing that I hate about Adam Sandler movies, or like the more recent Adam Sandler movies, is the ton of product placement that he has in his movies. This one is not really very egregious, like at all. Like I'm sure that little DirecTV thing in the back, they paid a little bit for that, but obviously it wouldn't be a ton because it's not hugely prominent or anything. But like in Jack and Jill, I mean, the whole thing is basically a commercial for Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I would not see that if someone held a gun to my head.
It's one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen in my life.
It looks surreal, like so bad that you're like almost like outside of your body. Maybe we should watch that at some point. Like you're like you don't you're not sure if you're awake or asleep or in hell if you're watching that movie.
Right. Red Letter Media, who's they're a YouTube channel that does movie reviews and stuff like that. They did a video on Jack and Jill, and it's kind of speaking to the thing you were talking about earlier about how people think that he just makes these movies to like give his friends money and take them on vacation and stuff like that. And it's a pretty good little review if anyone wants to check that out.
Yeah, speaking of which, that reminds me of another story from the great Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but it's Grown Ups. I guess Norm's very briefly in it.
Yeah.
And he was describing, he's like, yeah, I know that I'm going to be in it for like 5 minutes because like my character is constantly talking about like, oh, you guys are on the way, huh? And so he just thought they were going to cut this part out, and sure enough, they cut him out. And so he describes after, he's like, yeah, after the movie, Adam's very generous. He bought David Spade, Rob Schneider, and Kevin James all Bugattis, because those guys need one.
Yeah.
And he said that he and like Kevin Nealon get like a fruit basket.
He was like, I think Colin Quinn tells this story too.
That's who it was, Colin Quinn, I think.
And he was like, me and Norm will share a zip car.
Yeah, that's exactly, yep. Split a zip car, that's the line I remember distinctly.
But yeah, like, no, he is, from all I've heard, and if he does do this, if he makes these movies to give his friends, like a vacation and get them money and stuff like that, I don't fucking care, honestly.
Oh, here's the entrance, the big entrance.
Oh, yeah. Got a trash bag. For his clothes.
A constant Budweiser.
Yeah, it's clear that that Donnie Berger never really grew up. Obviously, he didn't have any kind of parental figures in his life, and he's definitely suffering from arrested development.
I like how you could just clearly see the contempt on her face just looking at him. It upsets her. Mm-hmm. He's in the background. He's got his what is it? Whatever car he's got with the Rush logo on the.
Yeah, but it kind of goes to her character later because, as we find out later, she's all about beauty.
This is true.
But yeah,
I like that I think Spencer is an actual person that they can meet one day.
Spencer Gifts.
And then you got all the spit take from Andy Samberg coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Right on his future mother-in-law's breast.
The awkward cleaning. Classic. I don't know who plays her brother, but I feel like I've seen him in stuff before.
It's Milo Ventimiglia.
Oh, okay. Nice.
He was on the show Heroes, and he's also in the show This Is Us, I think is what it's called.
Heroes, I think, is where I've seen him. His name sounds like a skin condition.
Kind of, yeah.
No offense.
In this movie, he is like so like ridiculously like ripped in this movie. It's like insane.
Oh, yeah.
It's like looking into a mirror for me.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Mike is incredibly ripped. You do that CrossFit all the time, right?
No. And I like that again, where like he tried to salute him earlier, but he wouldn't, concede to it. But Donnie Berger's just so charismatic. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll salute you."
Yeah. Everyone loves him. Like it's another one of those, I think, Adam Sandler vanity things where it's like, even though he doesn't have a ton of redeeming qualities, he's just the most charismatic person in the world, which is like how he became a celebrity and everything. I mean,
in this movie, like his character definitely uses that to his advantage multiple times. There's many examples.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this story is ridiculous, where he tells how he saved his life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, makes it up right on the spot.
He just angers everybody about it.
Oh. But yeah, the other a lot of Adam Sandler tropes in this movie, but like I said, product placement wise, at least I don't think it doesn't go very far as I can remember. I've only seen this movie once, but Yeah, as far as I can remember, it doesn't go super far, so that's
Yeah, I
good.
don't think so. I mean, unless Budweiser's paying, which I don't think they are.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe they are, but that's not that big of a one. It's not that
And
out there.
I like how like the ladies just love Denny Burger. Like even like his future mother-in-law is just like staring at him with like glee.
Hmm. Yeah, the only one that seemed like turned off by him from the beginning was the fiance, and as we learn later, she's a vile person.
I can't even remember her name right now.
Me either. Let's call her Red. Obviously, we're watching this with the sound off and the captions on because if we were to play the sound, that's a enormous violation.
No, I actually have the sound on on my end at least.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
That's cool. I can't listen
Yeah.
to it.
Not that I need. I've seen this movie so many times, but every time I've been like drunk, so I don't. I think I probably like it.
I'll tell you what. Everyone that's listening should go back to the beginning again of both the movie and our audio track and start drinking because you'll probably enjoy this more having drank.
Oh yeah, for sure. According to our sponsor, Alcadroid, I'm at 0.108. So catch up.
108.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I'm almost out of beer, so I have to go back upstairs in a few and get more.
Oh,
Nunchucks. He's got nunchucks. Look at this guy. He's a character.
yeah.
Magnum condoms.
Nunchucks. Didn't those start as like?
Oh, that's it. He's got a natty ice, doesn't he?
He does. That's Natty
Oh
Ice. Yep.
yes, perfect. I'm in perfect harmony with this movie. The Budweisers for downstairs. Now that we're here, I'm switching to natty ice.
Didn't nunchucks start as like a jungle thing, like to beat back the bushes and jungles or something like
I
that?
think there are initially flails used in like Japan to beat rice. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. That's what it was to beat rice. That's right. Oh, so many pounds of pressure you can get with that nunchuck. Break somebody's arm.
I think he just describes what a terrible childhood he had. It's literally just so like Adam Sandler could say a joke like how his Cobra overdosed on Quaaludes.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever watched the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary,
He
but
did, yeah. Yeah, oh, that's when you break. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, they did. For anyone that doesn't know, they did. Sandberg and Sandler did a song about people like laughing during sketches. Set to Simply the Best, called That's When You Break," and
Breaking character, a little inside, I know.
and they mentioned in the song that we did a movie that bombed.
Why would you mention that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? Like yesterday, I think, in preparation for this, I've been very excited about this audio and commentary.
I'll tell you
Oh,
though. Yeah, they have needles. Diabetes. Oh, but I'll tell you, this is a nice little room, nautical themed.
that's a interesting. You're right, but it's an interesting observation.
You got the boat on the wall, and then all the pictures are of boats and of the water.
Yeah, and then later, spoiler alert: the grandmother's wearing like a sailor suit, or
Yeah.
it's an old timey bathing suit.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we get fairly soon, maybe in the next 15 minutes or so, we get the most like set up joke. You know what I mean? Like not a visual gag or something like that, but like a written out joke. It's a bait and switch.
Oh, this one was pretty bad too. The Han Solo thing. I mean, I saw that joke. I saw that joke waking up in the morning and getting ready to go to breakfast.
I'll tell you, babe, I haven't seen a reference that telegraphed since Samuel F.B. Morris.
This is like there's a really fucking there's so many weird parts of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole discussion when he goes like to speak with like his boss, his son's boss and stuff. It's such a fucking weird discussion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking? Is that what you're talking about, or I don't know what you were talking about specifically?
No, I was talking about the telegraphed joke.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that. I mean, that's clearly not telegraphed. It's just such a bizarre thing to see in a in like a traditional like commercial movie. Like you'll see in a few minutes. It's just so.
Yeah. God, Tony Orlando.
Yeah, I still can't get over that.
I used to like, like when I was a kid, his music was still fairly popular, and although like his heyday was probably in the mid '70s, but I used to listen to some Tony Orlando when I was younger. What
I like
else?
how like. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you like what?
I like how he insists that he come to the party, but then he's like embarrassed when he's actually there.
Yeah. Well, look at him in those shorts and a tie,
Yeah.
a tie tied to nothing because he's wearing a regular t-shirt.
Yeah, that's true.
But what else
Yeah.
has
What's up?
what else has the fiance been in?
She was in some like show. I don't know. Was it Gilmore Girls, something like that? I looked her up before because I find her quite attractive, but I couldn't find out what it was.
I can't remember. I know I've seen her in something. What's her name again?
Leighton Meester.
Let's see if I There's a lot of weird names in this movie.
I think she's flat out boozem.
Let me see if I'm not too drunk to look her up.
I got you, bruh. She was on Gossip Girl as Blair Waldorf.
I never watched that.
Either. I like how again he refers to the burrito bandito. What a fucking dick.
The burrito bandito. Oh god.
Like here comes the weird like tales of like their masturbatory stories from their youth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird.
And just put in a movie is odd.
Yeah, like you said, this in a mainstream, like wide released Hollywood movie is just it is this is R rated, I believe, right?
I don't know. There's no explicit nudity that I can remember. Yeah, it's
I think it's R rated, which at least is a little nice because it allows you to a little more.
Oh no, that's not true. The stripper is quite nude at certain points.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, another SNL alum, Rachel Dratch and no, that's not it. Will something.
No, it's Will Arnett. Or no, yeah, that's Will Arnett, isn't it?
No, Will Arnett's the guy who's on Arrested Development.
Oh yeah. He's he's on.
He was on the Last Man Standing,
Last Man on Earth,
which I think is canceled.
not Last Man Standing. Last Man on
No,
Earth.
that's a Tim Allen. That's with Tim Allen.
Yeah, The Last Man on Earth, which is a really good show.
It wasn't canceled.
Will Forte.
That's it, Forte.
Yeah, I think it was canceled, but it's an excellent show. Everyone check out it on Hulu or wherever. And get the first seasons.
More like Last Season on Earth, am I right?
It was on for a while, but I like Will Forte a lot. I think he's very funny.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Really?
Yeah, I don't find him that great.
I didn't like him on Saturday Night Live, but I like him on Last Man on Earth, and I like him in some different movies that he's been in. But he was in a movie about the life of gosh, I can't think of his name now, but one of the creators of the National Lampoon.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I watched a little bit of that. I've heard he's good movies. I just have not really watched. Here's another weird line that sticks with me: is Battle the Brainiacs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like such a weird thing to say. I like how Will Forte is like I think he describes like he like he's his best man, but he was just like some guy who was like vaguely in the office with him at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it goes to show, how like isolated Andy Samberg's character is, and he's always felt like a outsider because of how he was born, and he's just obviously ashamed.
What's odd is like this movie, even though it's a ridiculous premise, it's actually like well researched or not researched but thought out. It makes logical sense for the most.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of this does fit together logically, like you said. Yeah, a lot of SNL people Sandler loves his Saturday Night Live roots. I'll say that much.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's tons of people that were in this movie alone. Andy Samberg was on SNL at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Dratch, obviously.
Will Forte was.
And we have Will Forte or Arnett, whatever we want to call him.
Will Arnett is. I like Will Arnett better than Will Forte. No offense, Will Forte, because I know you're going to listen to this.
Yeah, cool at Forte. You'll get another show. Leave us alone.
But I like Arrested Development a lot.
Yeah, I watched it initially. I wasn't really into it so much. I like how Han Solo is just like super panicked at the very prospects of being in sports. I take it back. Look at the background. There's so many fucking ads on this, like his private little league field for his son.
Let's see. Oh yeah, New Balance. I wonder now. See, I wonder if that is a recreation of actual Fenway Park. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I don't think Fenway Park is like that heavily, like ads everywhere. But it could be.
Yeah, see, I'm not. That's one thing I'm not sure about because I don't. I know obviously there's ads in the stadiums and everything, but I don't know like if there's an actual Carhartt ad on the Green Monster.
Yeah, I doubt it. There's probably like a lot of like digital ads these days.
Yeah,
but I do think if you look in the background, Bud Light. I mean, that could make sense as an ad because he's drinking Bud the whole.
Right. But at least they're not like super egregious because you kind of expect to see it in I know it's not a real stadium, but you kind of expect to see it at a stadium.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not like super in your face. Not like a Michael Bay movie. Michael Bay is just a prostitute that turns tricks for money.
I can't tell you the last Michael Bay movie I saw. It might have been what's the Nicolas Cage? Is it The Rock, the Nicolas Cage movie where they're on Alcatraz?
Yeah,
that might be the last one because they're just so bad. I just gave up on them.
Yeah, that's a while ago. Unfortunately, I have to see a few of them for the job that I do at Michigan Sports and Entertainment. But yeah, I hate them, and I hate Michael Bay. He's one of the worst directors ever. He's just surrounded by gorgeous women.
Here's him again with those charm.
Yeah.
The large-breasted ladies.
And like you said, though, the mom is in there. Like, still got an older woman around.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely got like a fetish. I don't know if is it a fetish, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would assume so. Well, that was his first sexual experience was with an older woman. So, it does make sense that that would become a fetish. Especially because it was such a positive experience for him.
Right.
Mm.
What's interesting is even then at the beginning he's like, "Oh, I'm not into girls anymore." So he clearly is like this determined that he wants older women.
Right.
Another funny kind of part there is like he talks about his residual checks, where he makes like 85 cents for the Donnie Burgers.
Yeah.
And Nick Swartzen, they're just basically like, "Hey Nick, you want to come on set and make some money?" I mean, he's barely in this movie. I like him a lot, but he's not in this movie a lot by any stretch.
Swartzen is hilarious, yeah. Oh. No Norm in this movie.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Like, obviously Norm shows up in a lot of different ones, but it's, it's sort of hit and miss. I honestly don't think that Norm wants to be like a big... I'm sure Adam Sandler before has said, why don't you like play a bigger part in something? And I'm sure that he's been like, no. Because he's never been super confident in his acting ability.
No, I mean, he doesn't really seem to care too much for it. but he's like discreetly going out and doing like hundreds of like stand up dates a year.
Oh yeah, he's an incredibly hard worker when it comes to stand up. Taking a shower with shorts on.
Speaking of Arrested Development, he's like a never nude.
Yeah, exactly. Like Tobias. Oh man, tattooing your child's back. Oh, it's such a like. It's like I'm surprised that his kid wasn't taken away like sooner than this.
Yeah, no shit.
Because he's basically an abusive. I mean, like he had no way to take care of him. He was like 13 years old when he was born.
Right.
Oh, do you remember the name of that guy?
Herbie Villagent.
Yeah, I knew you would know it. Tattoo.
Which is weird because I always, whenever it was on, when we were younger, it was on quite a bit. Mm-hmm. I watched Fantasy Island, but I never really got into it. Like after the plane part, it just, I don't even know what the premise was. Was it like all a fantasy? I have no idea.
I think it was like Ricardo Montalban, and I don't remember. Like you, I watched it a little bit because my parents watched it when I was younger. But I don't remember if he was like a magic sort of being or if he just had a lot of money or what. But basically, you came to the island and he made like your dreams come true. I feel like maybe it was magical.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, sniper. No need to run. What? Like, is that can't be like an officially sanctioned military thing? Is that like a video game shirt or something?
I mean, it's like there's like a lot of like weird like snipers, shirts. Mm-hmm. Mostly worn by people who aren't snipers.
Yeah, that is weird. At least this guy was in the military, although not a sniper because he's a private.
Yeah, it's what's funny is like his insignia. As again, spoiler, we later learn he's not in the military.
Oh yeah.
But it's like it makes no sense. Like it's not rational or logical. So I mean, it actually pays off to the viewer who's knowledgeable in like military insignia. But I mean, who's knowledgeable in that in watching this movie?
Exactly. It's like if you went to see Amistad and you noticed that they weren't speaking Mendi. For those of you who don't know, this is one of my favorite Mike stories. We went to see a movie. I don't remember which one it was, but they used to have little fun facts before movies, and a lot of people know that Steven Spielberg is super hyper concerned with realism and stuff like that. And one of the fun facts that came up was that when making the movie Amistad, he made members of the cast and everything learn the African language of Mendi. And Mike turns to me and says, "Who the fuck would know? Like, who's going to stand up in the middle of the theater and go, 'That's not Mendi,' and just walk out?"
Can I go on record here saying that I don't care for Steven Spielberg's movies?
Yeah. They're hit and miss with me. There's some that I like a lot. There's some that I like a really lot, and then there are some that I'm not big on. Like like the ones that most people would think. Jaws, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, stuff like that. Head of the Class. That was a TV show. I wonder if they had to get rights for that. Howard.
What's weird? Did you ever watch Head of the Class?
Oh yeah.
Remember the guy who played Dennis, like the nerdy guy in the back?
Yeah, the fat one.
Yeah, he's like one of the biggest producers for like Nickelodeon these days.
I've heard that, yeah.
But I guess like they're kind of like breaking relations with him because he's like very like weird and creepy around like young girls.
Yeah, I've heard some stories that would probably be slanderous if we got into. But I've heard some bad stories about him.
You know who wasn't up to that shenanigans?
Max Wright?
Arvid.
Arvid. Oh, deep cuts for all you fans out there.
Another fun fact about Head of the Class is, I can't remember her name, the girl with the red hair.
Oh, yeah.
She dated comedian Doug Stanhope for a while.
Oh, she did.
Yep.
I like Stanhope.
Yeah, I like him too.
And what's her like? Givens was in that show too, right? Robin Givens.
Yeah, right. Robin Givens. Later they switched from the guy. What's I don't know his name. He's the actor who was also in WKRP in Cincinnati.
Howard Hessman. Yeah.
Okay. They switched him out for Billy Connolly, who I think is like a really big comedian, like England,
Mm-hmm.
Britain, Scotland, the UK,
Yep.
both Britain and the UK.
Right. All of them.
Okay. Wait, notice here he's looking at Hillary Clinton again. A reference to like an older lady that he just gets really turned on by.
Yeah. Here it comes. Now here comes the after this masturbation scene. Here comes the bait and switch joke.
Here comes Donnie Berger.
Yeah. Right now. Well, in a minute. Yeah, because he's focused on the young one, but then he does look at the older picture too.
Yeah, she doesn't do it for him. Or is he thinking about both of them at the same time?
I don't know, like a some kind of time machine menage a trois. Uh,
I know as far as Time Machine Menage a Trois go, what would you go with? Susan
oh,
Sarandon is not a bad choice.
Susan Sarandon and her daughter.
No, Susan Sarandon herself with her younger self.
Oh, okay. So it's got to be the same person. All right.
Oh yeah,
Well, that leaves out like Marilyn Monroe, because then it would be like young hot Marilyn Monroe and a skeleton.
that or Marilyn Monroe in a very unethically young version of.
Right. Um. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, you know who? Maybe. Sophia Loren, because she's definitely held up. She's like 80.
Oh, she's still alive?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here it is. So he's got a cold. He's been so sick and everything. And then the bait and switch punchline will come in a minute. Oh. Uh. Yeah, I think Janetta Arnett, maybe? Is that the I think that's the redhead you were talking about? The
I don't
David
think so.
Stone. No? Leslie Bega. I'm looking at the cast list right now. There it is. She knew the whole time. That's the bait and switch. Classic bait and switch. Fantasy Island was on for 7 seasons.
You know what's up? When I look at Head of the Class, the picture they show is Billy Connolly.
I know. Like, it's so much more famous for having Howard Hessman. Dr. Johnny Fever.
It's Christine Hodge. Did you say that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's who it is.
I can't tell if every name sounds weird to me today or if you're just slurring them.
It could be both. No, it's like Christine, but it's spelled really weird.
Oh, okay.
And the last name is Haje. It's like Khrystyne. Like she's trying really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Her name is doing too much work. Oh, man. Fantasy Island. Okay, so it looks like, I don't know, they say he's a mysterious character, so I'm guessing, yeah, he's just magic. Oh, here's another cameo from James Caan.
Yeah.
I wonder if his mob connections put some money into this movie. I'm sorry, alleged mob connections.
See, I think James Caan would be able to retire and not have to do any more movies.
Yeah, you would think, but maybe he just wants to work. Who knows?
Could be.
But yeah, I'm sure he's got. Money. He's been in some. First thing I saw him in was Misery, the Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner's Stephen King adaptation.
Now I don't have the dates correctly here at all, but I
Mhm.
know Artie Lang, Norm Macdonald's friend,
Yeah.
tells a story like it's infamous that like at a certain point, like James Caan like had sex with like every Playboy playmate from like a year span or 1 or 2 year span, like every single one of them.
Oh my god. That wouldn't surprise me. I think he is a frequent guest, or was obviously. What's his name is dead now, but Hugh Hefner. But he was a frequent guest at the Playboy Mansion.
I read something recently too that I know it was him and I can't remember who else. They found like evidence that there was like tunnels leading to their private residences to the Playboy Mansion.
Oh god.
It's had like a private underground tunnel. You could just take the Playboy Mansion. It was some other people too. I don't remember who.
That's kind of weird. I do believe, like people might call us ridiculous, like a la Bob Barker beating up Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore, but I do believe that James Caan could kick the shit out of Andy Samberg. That is believable to me
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
because he still looks like a tough old guy. Now, I mean, obviously he couldn't touch you because of how ripped you are, but you know, I think he could take Andy Samberg.
I
Everyone,
think my 10-year-old could take Andy Samberg
everyone seems so excited about this.
because everybody hates him.
Flies so far. It's kind of fun watching this without the sound on because it's like you don't. I don't hear like the awkward things that Andy Samberg says to make people hate him. God,
Yeah,
he's such a dirty fighter.
yeah.
Bites the shit out of his hand.
Well, he is an Irishman.
That's true. That means he's had some drinks too.
I found the article I was talking about earlier, and here's the list of people who they supposedly had secret tunnels to.
Okay.
And I'm not going to expand upon this because I don't want to get sued. But it's a Mr. J. Nicholson. I don't know who that could.
Okay.
A Mr. W. Beatty. No idea.
Right.
A Mr. K. Douglas and a Mr. J. Khan.
K. Douglas, really?
Yeah, you think it'd be M. Douglas, but
Yeah.
who am I to judge?
Well, I mean, I guess if these tunnels or whatever started in the like 60s or 70s, then that makes sense to me for K, I suppose. That yeah, that all makes sense to me. Those are all the kinds of those are all the people with reputations that I would think would have something like that.
Right.
Oh God, everyone just wants to beat the shit out of him. But it does show something that he's the only one that kind of stands up for him, even though they all love Donnie. Donnie doesn't care. Like he's like, I don't care if these people. And that's the thing. I think part of the theme is like Donnie doesn't really care if people like him or not. He just wants to do whatever he wants to do, and his son Han Solo obviously does care what everyone thinks about him, and he tries way too hard, and that's where he fails. You're right about this movie taking like weird turns, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're about to, in a little bit, come to another just like odd, almost out of place part in this film when they start the bachelor party stuff.
Well, that is a weird part. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just admiring that jean jacket.
Same here. A little bit of nutsack. That's why.
Stolen valor, that's what they call it. I was trying to think of that earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
When they pretend to be military people. And military people, as you would imagine, fucking hate it.
Oh yeah.
Uh, wasn't the dad supposed to be in the military though too?
I don't think so. I don't know if they ever really say what he did.
Okay, because I was gonna say you would think that he would know, but I guess he just likes sailing.
Yeah, or no, no, that's not his house. That's his boss's
Oh
house.
yeah, that's right. That Tony Orlando likes sailing, which is weird because I thought that was Sticks.
What's funny too is you see like little like looks from like Milo Ventimiglia's character, like when she embraces him and stuff, he's like looks like jealous.
Yeah, yeah,
And the whole like wrestling thing from earlier, he was clearly like if you rewatch the movie, it rewards you because it's like, oh, he was obviously jealous.
I just like the idea that if you rewatch that Spy Boy, it rewards you.
It really does though, which is weird.
But yeah, like the first time I watched it, I kind of got like a creepy vibe at the very beginning with them. But then, like I was like, okay, I just let it go, and didn't think about it again until it comes up again later in the movie. He really does
That
look like he hasn't come out of the '80s with everything that he wears.
is that Frank Sinatra, the "I Like to Eat Lobster" song?
Yeah, I think so. I can't hear it, but I think it is.
See, I wonder what they did in the bachelorette party.
Yeah, do they ever show that?
They don't, because she's a fucking hoe.
Yeah. Seriously.
She says your limits, and look, what are his limits? He takes Xanax to fucking change his clothes.
Right, no kidding. Oh, he time.
Oh, and this is a worst. This is the worst ever bachelor's party.
Yeah, I don't mind going to a place to get a massage or whatever. I've never gotten like a facial or any kind of like super spa treatment, but yeah, this is not what I would envision as maybe as a start, like the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Let's all go get a massage. And then
Another SNL alum, Anna Gasteyer.
yep. One of my least favorites SNL
Yeah,
players ever.
I thought she was good, but she wasn't on there a lot.
Yeah, I didn't like her that much.
Yeah, a lot of sketches she's in I wasn't a fan of, but I think she's funny.
I honestly didn't like Rachel Dretch that much either.
Yeah, but her Debbie Downer sketches are like so much a classic that wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I am ready to be pampered. What a dick.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know who wrote this movie, but this is, upon reflection, this is one of the better written Adam Sandler movies. It does seem like they tried. Like they actually put effort into this movie. Unlike Jack and Jill or,
Yeah, I think he maybe thought he would capitalize on like Andy Samberg's pretty popular in SNL. Maybe we'll make it here, but no.
Yeah, and I don't like Grown Ups either.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like it kind of plays on nostalgia, which is fine, for certain things. But yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. I don't like it.
I, for one, hate nostalgia.
I know. So I don't think you'd like it at all.
Yeah, this is great here where he's got the $5 bill sticking out of his pants.
Yeah.
This is written by David Caspe, Caspe.
All right. What are some of his other credits?
Give me a second. I like how he thought that a $5 bill would give him, the unlock the hand job mode.
Right. Maybe at a Thai place. No offense to the Thai people.
Not a good one, I'm sure.
They do that. They do that though because that's like I don't know. It's part of their culture. Like I read an article about it where it's like because they outlawed it, but they still find ways to do it. The massage people because like it's just like considered part of it. You know what I mean? Just like part of a massage.
What's funny is this David Caspe guy is known for "That's My Boy" in another movie called Happy Ending,
Oh, interesting.
and one called "Marry Me," which I don't know what that is. He's been married to Casey Wilson. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. But good for him.
That sounds like a timeline of events Basically, what was the other one? Happy ending and what? Marry me? Yeah. Happy ending,
Yeah.
marry me. That's my boy.
Yeah. Happy Ending was before That's My Boy, I think. He should be ashamed for having this fucking bullshit bachelor party.
Yeah, I agree.
Why did they just turn it over to Donnie Berger after this? I mean, he was the best man officially.
Oh, with that stuff on his face, it looks like he got bukkakied by the Hulk. If that's
Okay, they're all.
if that's green, I have problems seeing colors.
I think, yeah, it's weird. I think it would probably blow their face off if it was a Hulk
Yeah.
to rip off of Mallrats. There would probably just be a big
Yeah.
fucking hole where the guy's face was.
Right. I'd blow like a shotgun shell in her back. The only way he could have sex with regular girls is with a kryptonite condom, but that would
And that
kill
would
him.
kill him.
God, Jason Lee's delivery is awesome in that movie.
Here's another like classic, almost like vaudevillian type like speech by her. She's like, "I blah blah blah." Whoa.
Yep. Yep, I agree. She is funny in certain things. I never liked her in Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live, but she is funny in certain movies.
Yeah, this whole scene, I like this whole scene. It's pretty funny. Like all the reactions to I can't remember her name,
Yeah.
Sierra's mom.
Yeah. Does she ever have a time off? It's like she's there all the time.
No. Yeah, she's always there.
Oh.
I like all the men like make comments implying they're attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess Will Forte is like, I'm going to consider that 1 or 2 and 3.
Yeah. Oh, Will Forte. Yeah, this is definitely an R-rated movie.
Yeah, I like how she's showing her vagina, but she's got like stars on her nipples. I don't know what it is about this scene coming up with Sierra. Like, I can't. She looks so like cute in the scene where she's like dancing on the bar with Donnie Berger.
Mm-hmm.
I like the quality of strippers they have. This like shithole like strip club.
Yeah. And they got Colin Quinn as the DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like her hair in this scene.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've never understood is people eating at a strip club.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I know they've. I mean, I haven't been to one in a long time now, but I've never gotten the whole. Let's get something to eat. But a lot of them have buffets. I hear. I don't think I've ever been to one that actually does, but I know a lot of them do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. There's weird around here. I think isn't it you have to drive pretty far to go to one?
Yeah, there's some in Detroit, and then I think maybe like up in like Flint. I think is the next closest place.
Yeah. What's weird is there's a kind of a reference to another Adam Sandler movie where the guy who plays this Donnie's future father-in-law is like playing with his nipples. That was in wasn't that in The Waterboy?
Yeah, you're right.
Same actor doing the same thing.
Yep. Maybe Adam Sandler's got something with nipples because during the Wedding Singer, it's a different actor, but that comes up too, where he's like, your sister likes to play around with my nipples.
Oh yeah, it could be. The fake party's ending and the real party is about to begin.
Yeah. This bachelor party went from 0 to 11 real quick.
And that's just the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So, as far as the Android BAC calculator goes, I don't know how many I've drank at this point, so.
Oh, look at that! What a lovely keepsake.
What are you're drinking whiskey?
Yeah,
What kind?
Jim Beam.
Okay. That's bourbon, actually, you fuck.
No, it's whiskey. They
I
make
thought,
they make a whiskey too.
gah.
Gotcha. But yeah, their bourbon's good too.
This David Caspi guy has actually been in more stuff, too. But he's mostly a writer, it looks like.
Well, he did a decent job.
He won an award for worst screenplay for That's My Boy.
What, a Razzie or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. It's always the best way to pierce someone's ear.
Yeah.
Just jam it into their face in a stripper or in a strip club parking lot.
They're very sanitary there.
Yeah. Well, he did pour alcohol on it first, so.
That's true.
God, it's a lot of blood. I've never had my ears pierced though, but I can imagine that it hurts.
Yeah, I can only assume.
I did pierce somebody's ear when I was younger. When I was like 17, one of the
Oh, geez.
friends of mine who was a girl wanted her ear pierced, so I did it.
Mark Peabody?
No, it was a girl.
Yeah, I know.
No, her name was Jean.
Oh, okay.
Do you think the neck brace helps the blowjob? Or do you think it hurts it?
I would think it would hurt it.
Yeah, not enough neck movement.
Here we go. Vanilla Ice, who's basically a fixture from now on in the movie.
Yep. Uncle Vanilla. He's not from New England, is he? Vanilla Ice? I thought he was from California. But I don't know.
I think Miami. I'm not sure, though.
Oh, yeah, that might be right. Oh, those nuggets. Hey, there's a slightly overweight guy in the background with a Boston Bruins jersey. I wonder if that's Kevin Smith in a cameo.
It could be.
To kind of tie back to Kevin Smith's hockey obsession. Although I don't think he'd ever wear a Bruins jersey.
Yeah, I don't think so. I like how Vanilla Ice has like a bong under his bar.
Yeah. He comes prepared. Hey, it's legal in the state of Michigan now. Well, it will be.
Yeah, and December 7th, they say.
On the Todd Bridges cameo. The last surviving member of What's Happening. Or not What's Happening, Different Strokes. Yeah, because Dana Plato obviously tragically died young, and Gary Coleman's dead. I don't know that Conrad Bain's dead, but he's got to be.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm pretty sure Mrs. Garrett's dead.
Conrad Bain was dead at the time of this movie.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. They were all dead at the time of this movie. So this came out in 2012, right? Well, maybe. I don't know if Gary Coleman was dead or not.
They're not all dead, though. The guy who played Sam is still alive. Also, Budnick. He was Budnick on Salute Your...
Yeah, that's right. Is Gordon Jump still alive? The guy that played the bicycle man that wanted to molest them?
No, I think he's burning in hell forever.
Speaking of WKRP in Cincinnati, he was the station manager in WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, is he? I never watched that.
Yep. Hey, look, it's a poster for the law. His lawyer, the law guy.
True, very true. How can they have a guy running around with a shotgun who just joins their group?
Oh. What a what a night they're having.
What is it? Is it like 9-pin bowling they're playing? Some weird. I know those pins are like a specific, like almost like New England kind of.
I think it's 7-pin, but I'm not
Oh,
sure.
you could be right.
Like I think there's
What's
only
it?
7 pins, but yeah, they use that really small ball.
What's interesting is Donnie keeps changing up his beer, but they're consistently cheap beers. He had like
Hmm.
Natural Ice, Budweiser, and he just had Rolling Rock there at the bowling.
Yep. That girl that's watching them pee looks very young. Oh my god, that's kind of funny. He just fucking takes a
Yeah,
shot at him.
yeah. He doesn't care.
Holy shit. Oh, he's got a lot of anxiety. Would you think? Do you think the anxiety makes sense?
Yeah, I guess it would make sense.
His dad is so carefree.
Yep.
I wonder where they're at. I know it says Massachusetts, but that's like an elevated train behind them.
Yeah. I don't know if they're in Boston or what.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
what I like to point out here is both Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg play convincing drunks. They're not like over the top like most people you see playing like drunk people are.
Yeah, for sure.
Like especially Adam Sandler, like you could definitely see him as being like a drunk person, the way he acts and like his tone of voice and stuff.
Yeah, I think that is one of the harder things to do is to play stoned or to play drunk convincingly. You know, because there's always a tendency to go over the top with it.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. At according to our good friends at Alcodroid, I'm at 0.132% now.
Nice. 13.2% of your blood is alcohol.
Oh no, 0.132. If 13.2, I think I'd be very dead.
No, but that's what that means. 0.132 is 13.2%. Like if you get to like zero point 0.5, then half your blood is alcohol. But yeah, 13.2 would be impossible because that would be 130% of your blood. I think that's how it
So
works anyway.
such a weird part of the movie here. He's like I'm trying to make love to my wife in like a random car outside their house.
Yeah, why? Like, don't they have a place to live?
Maybe they're homeless. I don't know.
I mean, I would assume that they live in that neighborhood. And, like, because yeah, he doesn't say, like, my mistress or anything like that. He says that's his wife. And
And like
then,
how he says,
why would you chase them nude?
and like how he says, make love to. Like it's like a very secret performing in a car in front of like a random house.
Right. Hey, maybe it's their anniversary and they're, like, kind of trying to, like, redo their first time, which was, like, in the back of a car when they were
I
16 or
guess
something. Because they were high
that's
school sweethearts. It's actually a very touching story.
that seems like the back of a '67 Volkswagen. Very uncomfortable.
Oh, Andy Samberg looks good with a feather earring in his ear. He looks rock and roll.
Okay.
I like that jockey's holding nothing. Don't they usually have a light?
Yeah, they usually do hold a light.
He's just got nothing in his hand. It's the emotional crux of the movie right here. This is where it all starts to turn.
Yeah, it really is like this. I don't know if this is like probably like the official beginning of the third act.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. This is,
Like
yeah,
the
third act
like
for sure.
the movies are so formulaic. It's like okay, you could probably like flash like a title card that says third act.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of movies that follow traditional 3 act structure. Obviously, there are those that don't, and there are those that really can't, depending on sort of how they're written and how they're, what they're made up of and everything. Like for instance, the Avengers Infinity War movie, there's like 90 characters in that movie, and the way they have to like blend every storyline together, it's like impossible to do a traditional 3 act structure. But they still somehow find a way to make it seem like everything's building to something, which is nice.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I know you're not gonna watch it.
I wouldn't watch those movies if I was in them.
Pocket Nugget. That is, that is
Awesome.
nice when you're drunk to find something like that.
If you were in the Avenger movies, who do you think you would play?
Uh, I mean, like in reality, like some
Black Panther.
some bystander.
I mean,
But
if you were cast as one of the Avengers,
yeah, probably. I mean, I'd have to get in like really good shape to be any of them, but probably like the Hulk, I guess, like big bruising guy.
okay,
That would
I'd be Hawkeye.
that makes sense. You do have a keen eye.
I'm very rarely needed as well.
And
I like the implication that this old woman has a sex drive.
yeah, oh yeah.
Sorry, it's biology.
Yeah, she would have long. I mean, I don't see any lube around there. That would be like, trying to pry apart a grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, he has a lotion he was using earlier, but
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think that's the best thing to use on that.
No, I think that would burn a little bit, but I don't know.
So would you even feel it?
That's true. Let's denigrate more old people because they don't, they don't listen to podcasts.
No, they don't. And they always hit the accelerator instead of the brake and drive through buildings.
That's true. It's always like an Arby's or a Taco Bell.
So it's kind of tragic because Todd's so in love with his bride-to-be that he would have sex with her wedding dress.
Yeah. Yeah, it does become tragic, but
And she cared so little about him that she just wore it in front of him. She's like, yeah, I don't give a shit if this works out or not.
oh man, I've been there waking up the next day like that. I mean, not, with my fiance screaming over her jizzed and puked on dress, but with that
The lover boy earring.
right, with that wide open mouth and I can taste the dryness. Oh. Yeah, this is the point in the movie where she kind of like. I mean, it's understandable she's a little upset, and everything. But, I like that she identifies that by smell, too, by the way.
Yeah.
And then she tastes it. Like, that dress has vomit mere inches away from that. Why are you tasting that?
She nasty.
Yeah. She nasty.
I like how he just laughs. Like, oh, you puked on the dress and fucked it. You character.
Vanilla Ice is strapped.
Yeah.
I think he's constantly rolling with a piece.
I like how even she's like kind of impressed. Like, oh, it's Vanilla Ice.
Yeah. I mean, if I saw him, I would, I'd be like, oh, hey, Ice. I think that's how I'd react.
Uh-huh. What's best is in the next scene where they're just like so casual, hand wave, cleaning the dress. Like you think at some point they probably had like a plot where it like takes forever to clean the dress, but like, oh, we don't have time for that. Just go and it's done like in 2 seconds.
Yeah. This room's theme seems to be putting things in bottles that would be difficult to put in them.
Right.
Because there's a seashell in some kind of almost flask-looking bottle behind him. And then there's like 3 more around there.
I like how Vanilla Ice has a tattoo of himself on his back.
Yeah.
All the main characters have a tattoo on their back, like a giant one.
It is weird. It's an oddly specific thing for everyone to share. I wonder who, like that painting in the background at the piano is a lot like the painting that was in the boat room. I wonder who's the artist.
I don't know. I like how he says he's like, "Oh, you were 13, she took advantage of you." He's like, "No, that's just what the law says."
Right?
What kind of comment is that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, I know that there's that double standard where it's like, imagine this premise in reverse, where it's a 28-year-old guy or whatever and a 13-year-old girl. Then suddenly it's not a comedy at all anymore. But I mean, there is something to say from the fact that any guy would be, would not necessarily be,
Wouldn't
sad
feel
about.
victimized.
Yeah, exactly. Even though I mean, based on the law, they would be, and who knows, she might have fucked him up psychologically.
I think so.
It certainly seems like it.
He's definitely stuck in '84.
Yeah.
It's interesting you hear there's another symmetry from the earlier thing when Susan Sarandon shows up. It's very close to the original appearance of her daughter.
Yeah. Yep.
I think even the song is the same.
Yeah, and she shakes that drink from the and they obviously from the fountain, and they obviously do her hair somewhat similar to her daughter's at the beginning of the movie. I think she's even wearing a similar, I mean, not the same color, but a similar orangey type dress in the beginning of the movie.
Could be right. Isn't that a Kiss song?
Yeah.
I hate Kiss.
I don't know. It's because you don't like the Satanism, right?
No, I hate shitty music. I'm fine with Satanism.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, I'm not a big Kiss fan either. And, they definitely went a long way to market themselves with toys and shit.
And coffins.
Yeah. Kiss
Did
coffin.
you know that? Did you know that Dimebag Darrell was buried in a Kiss coffin?
No.
He was a huge fan of Kiss.
Wow. See, she seems to be stuck in 84 too.
Well, she's been in prison though.
That's true. But she does. She is still fucked up though.
Yeah, the nice thing though is that the members of Kiss actually donated the coffin to Dimebag Darrell's family.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. They didn't. They charged full price.
I just saw Boom Mike.
Yeah, but it's not like a weird mistake actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's the crew. Yeah, I think Kiss's slogan is "We love money." There he is, Dan Patrick.
To be fair, they do have a lot of bad music though.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I don't know why they were ever popular, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
I guess the makeup.
I guess.
Sorry, I got caught up for a minute in the emotional high point of this movie.
I have to watch this movie with a tissue nearby.
Because of the old lady.
Yeah.
And I don't mean Susan Sarandon.
Ooh.
Ouch. No, Susan Sarandon looks hot as hell. Still.
I wouldn't go that far, but she does look nice for her age.
What is that behind them? Is that a drawing of someone meeting at the no, that's real people. That's someone in like a paraplegic or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's very odd behind them.
What is going on back there?
Maybe like a Make-A-Wish person was in the background. Yeah, they're definitely in a wheelchair or something. Titular line. And ironically, he shits himself, so he really did need that extra wear underwear.
Yeah. It came back. Those visitor rules are really long.
Yeah.
poor Donnie and Han Solo.
Yep, for sure. Does just holding your hand on the back of your pants contain the shit from falling out of them?
I don't think so. I don't know. I've never had a pants full of shit since probably, I'm gonna guess, 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
He really does love Rush.
Who doesn't? Me. That's who.
Yeah, me either. I always like Rush was always one of those bands. It's like, oh, we're wizards and shit. It's like, fuck off.
Oh, look. What? That doesn't make any sense. How did Kenny show up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did Nick Swartzen need another daily fee and per diem to be on the movie, I guess?
Apparently. This is gonna hit hard. It's a gorgeous house. I'll say that.
Yeah. Being in the hedge fund business seems to pay off.
You know, I love how she's discussing all this shit openly too.
Well, I think she thinks that she's the only one who's home right now.
Yeah. Still, I mean, I don't know. I might go into a room or something.
See, I'm confused, though. She might actually be talking about the photographer at this point.
That's true. She might be. Because that is her. She comes up with that excuse really quick.
I like how he just, like, fucking, like, tricks Phil in a public, like, he's like, oh, no, you're not partner, you dude. Like how he says, I'd never pick you.
Oh, God. You know, at first I thought they had a happy marriage, Rachel Dretch and Will Forte, but now I'm thinking maybe not.
They have 4 kids.
It's true.
She picked the wrong horse. Jamie, that's her name.
Oh, yeah. Steve. It's a lot of champagne, man. It's an expensive wedding. I like, I like how he looks confused, even though he really shouldn't be. He should look worried. Because he doesn't know that she was, if she was talking about the photographer, he doesn't know.
Right.
And he doesn't know she's going to come up with that excuse so quick.
Yeah. What's kind of funny is you can kind of see Milo Ventimiglia in the background just staring intently at it.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably interested in, like, oh, someone else is cheating on her?
Mm-hmm.
Or on him.
This is the line for all of them. False accusations. That destroys their love of him. Where are they going? I want to go.
Yeah, I don't know. The hotel, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Here we go now.
I could be wrong here, but I think the song that was playing when the bridesmaids were driving off was "Drives Me Crazy" by Fine Young Cannibals.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear it, but I know how that song goes.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
She drives me crazy.
Look how happy she is. She just wants to go fuck her brother.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
And it's so weird because, like, a lot of times when that happens, it's because they are, they're the victims of abuse, and stuff like that. And so they, are like, they have a lot of sexual dysfunction. But in this movie, the excuse or whatever is just that they're both attractive people, and that's what attractive people do. They have sex with each other. It's like, not when you're related.
Right.
It's just, I don't know.
Oh, wait, listen. Oh, you can't listen. It's another Van Halen callback. It's David Lee Roth with Ice Cream Man. Is it called?
Oh yeah. That's right. I remember that from watching this. I'm your ice cream man, stop me
And
when you're passing by.
here's a funny scene like as to how beloved Daddy Burger is.
Yeah.
He just like goes with one guy and like he knows he'll eventually find someone who knows who he is and will do a favor for him.
Mm-hmm. Donnie Burger. He thinks that this is going to make up for everything. Some ice cream.
Yeah, here's some ice cream. Sorry, I said you were a cheater.
It's such a, but it's such a like teenager thing to think, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of evidence that he's just like literally frozen at like that, age.
Mm-hmm. Some of Adam Sandler's best acting. Oh my god. I don't know if I would do this for my son.
No, I don't think so. Is this The Ledge by Stephen King?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good short story.
And the movie wasn't bad either.
Did they make a movie out of that?
Yeah, it was like a short. I can't remember what it was on, but it was like I think what's his name? Mitch Ferrer might have been in it.
Oh, you mean Miguel Ferrer?
Him too. You can tell by how loud she is. She's just really loving this too.
Oh yeah. Well, you know. I guess there's maybe she's got a fetish too. There's those I'm sure there's like pornos that are like family members. People have that fetish.
I wouldn't know.
I'm not saying I watch them. I'm just saying I know they exist.
No judgment here, pal. I like how stupid Milo Ventimiglia is in this movie.
Mm-hmm. He really does seem like a complete idiot. Like they look like. See, I honestly think maybe this was some kind of script about sexual dysfunction that. Because he looks like a little boy. Like his posture, his voice, everything right now. He looks like a little boy that's been caught.
There's a drama about incest and they turned into an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, that's what he started out the script as.
Like, is Meryl Streep available? No, she's not. Who's up next? Adam Sandler?
Oh, we're gonna have to do some rewrites on this. Oh, it's so gross.
Instead of breaking down and crying, we'll have him bring ice cream at this point in the script. Even the way Milo Ventimiglia talks, he just sounds like a complete dumbass.
Oh, yeah. I know that he can see what's going on right now, obviously, but I wonder why they think that anyone will believe him. Like,
there's a good reason. You'll see in a few minutes.
Oh, I know, but they don't know that yet.
Gotcha. Maybe they feel there's like so much evidence, in the past that people could connect. I don't know.
Could be, yeah. Who knows how much sneaking around they might have done or whatever. It's such a fucked up thing, and that's the thing is like this is kind of unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like, just her sleeping with the boss would have been like enough.
Yeah.
But I guess they thought, this will be funny.
Imagine how loud they'll laugh if they see her fucking her brother.
They really go as far as they can to basically bury her character. Oh, dramatic push in. What's he gonna do? God, there's nothing worse than kids at weddings.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Unless they're your kids, but...
Yeah, aside from your own. Although at my wedding, my 3-year-old literally went into like a candy coma at one point.
I
It was an,
remember that. Yeah.
it was an October wedding, so like she kept going from there was candy on all the tables. She kept going from table to table getting candy. And
Hmm.
at a certain point, we just saw her like laid, passed out on the floor, like knocked out. It was ridiculous.
So usually at the reception they're fine, but at the wedding itself, unless they're a part of the wedding, it's tough.
Yeah, she was in our wedding. It was a very short ceremony, so it all worked out. But yeah, it's
Yeah, your wedding was good. I wasn't talking about your kids.
oh no, I'm just saying in general, it somehow worked out in ours because it was a short ceremony, and she literally passed out.
Yeah.
I love his agent. Yeah, it's kind of a moral thicket.
Oh, the oven mitt.
Right in the feels.
Yeah. Is that that's I can't see that poster behind him. That might be
Yeah, I'm
Van
trying to
Halen.
figure it out. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. The dark haired guy sort of looked like Eddie Van Halen, but I couldn't make it out.
See, I would almost say it's Manowar, but I doubt it. I couldn't figure out who it was.
That'd be a deep cut.
Yeah.
James Caan explaining how he just hadn't been able to take his tunnel that day,
Yeah.
so he was upset.
Here's the part where you yourself didn't know. This is a deep cut to Grandma's Boy.
Mm,
Dr. Shocula is a character, like a side character, and then some in the movie Grandma's Boy.
yeah, after we talked about it, I think I actually have seen that movie though. Like I thought you were talking about Dirty Grandpa, but I think I have seen Grandma's Boy.
Okay, it's Adam Alan Covert, isn't it? And Nick Swartzen's like his friend in that.
Hmm. Yeah, and isn't it? I'm trying. Like they work at a video game place or something.
Yeah, they're video game testers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I have seen that actually. That's actually a funny movie.
Yeah, that was a movie that kind of surprised me that I thought was pretty funny.
Hmm.
I kind of listened to the Save My Son mix. He just like prepared it ahead of time just in case.
Vanilla Ice's car says "Go Ice."
Yeah, they just imply that he still has the same 5.0 from the Ice Ice Babies.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like the movie Grandpa's Boys? My friend Matt, he hates it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Good luck to the listeners trying to pin down what Mike likes and doesn't like, because Mike's got some of the most interesting tastes that I've ever encountered. He likes That's My Boy and hates Jurassic Park.
That's because I hate Spielberg in general.
Yeah.
I know in every one of his movies, it's like as compelling as the movie is, he puts like some like goofy part in it.
Hmm.
Like every movie, there's like some little wacky scene. Like even in Schindler's List, like it's like this harrowing tale of the Holocaust and like the Germans killing all the people in the ghettos. And like, oh look, it's this wacky scene. Like this guy is making parts, and oh no, we didn't realize that you were actually the guy making the whole time. So we're gonna take you out and shoot you. And then when the Nazis are trying to shoot him, they're like fumbling with their gun.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's hard to disagree with that.
You know what you need in the middle of a movie about the Holocaust? Slapstick comedy.
Right? Oh, bringing back the Walkman.
Yeah. As you can tell from this movie, Adam Sandler is very heavy on this. So
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
look at the wedding though. Those cars are backed up.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, doesn't this take place in Massachusetts? I mean, like, well, I guess there are some nice seaside places. It looks so warm, though.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's Memorial Day too, so it's not like it's the height of summer.
right. Oh, Vanilla Ice crippled. I think that's a New Orleans Saints medallion he's wearing.
It's like a fleur de lis, yeah.
Yeah. Fancy over here. I know what a fleur de lis is.
What? There's Dante from Grandma's Boy. Again, the look on Milo Ventimiglia's face is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Like Vanilla Ice is basically his hype man behind him.
Yeah. Or is he translating for the deaf, maybe?
It kind of looks that way.
I'd love to see in real life, like a person who's objecting to a wedding. That'd be great.
Yeah, you see it in movies all the time, but I've never seen it in real life.
I'd be tempted to do that in real life just to see what happens.
Take some balls.
Donnie Burger has plenty of them.
It's true. His sexual conquest helped him here, tripping the dad.
Oh, yeah.
Such a weird speech.
Yeah. I look how disgusted she looks at the concept of love. Like, she's like, no, I'm just in this for the money.
Yeah.
Will Forte.
Will Forte's shining moment.
Yeah.
She plays a sociopath pretty well.
Oh, yeah. And then she's like, oh, yeah, love, you tell all sorts of things. It's fine.
Look at skin disease behind him.
Skin disease.
I
like,
can't remember his name.
I tell you, Milo Ventimiglia.
Ventimiglia.
Milo. I don't know.
Milo.
Yes.
All right.
That's a great line. You're disgusting. Are you kidding me?
He won't even say it out loud.
I like how upset Vanilla Ice is when he rips the check up.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, I could have used that. They look very worried. Adam Sandler gets to do, Sandberg gets to do some acting with his face here.
See, I wonder what she told him there where he says it's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, what would you think up on the fly?
Yeah, I have no idea. I just noticed the guy with the shotguns at the wedding. I never noticed that before. Is this shotgun there, though? That's what I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see it. Makes sense, though, if it was. Oh. That's a good line.
Yeah. That's
yeah, the guy sitting next to the dad, that's another Adam Sandler regular.
Yeah, it's he's the character from Grandma's Boy, Dante.
Oh, okay. Now,
and he He mentions earlier in the movie that he's a ski instructor, which probably explains the set, which might make sense because it probably would be cold. But like you pointed out, they imply it's hot.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna have to watch Grandma's Boy again now and see these connections.
Well, December 6th, we'll watch Grandma's Boy. If you know what I mean. A day that will be infamous.
Yep. Did you now did Grandma's Boy come out before this or after this?
It was before this.
Okay. That makes sense then, yeah. You know, did they miss a trick by not having Tony Orlando sing at the wedding?
Kinda.
I assume he stays. His voice sounds strong. I assume he's still got it.
I guess. I don't know. Like how even though he's been cheating with her, he's like, yeah, I'm still disgusted by that. Oh, you didn't know it was a three-way with Donnie and Vanilla Ice? Look how proud she is.
Yeah. That's an effective move, hitting people over the head with a bottle.
A concussion always works.
Yep. I do like how people seem to act like in movies that hitting someone over the head with a bottle is just basically the off button, like a human being's off button.
Yeah. My favorite was back like in the 80s. There'd be like multiple TV shows where there'd be like a concussion storyline, and like when you hit someone in the head, they forget, but then you hit them again, they remember. So there'd be like multiple members of the family like repeatedly hitting someone in the head.
Yeah. Yep.
Whereas in like reality, they probably just die from all the head trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, who am I? Oh, wait, I'm Mike Seaver. Oh, who am I? You're dead. You're in heaven now, and you're happy about that, Mike Seaver.
Right. Yeah, he would be. The double bird leaving.
Yeah.
I like the good luck in prison cake.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh. Wow. Todd Bridges showing like probably one of the only ones that didn't do that around that set.
Yeah. A big fan of Zinc, Todd Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I heard somebody told a story about how I can't remember who it was, but like it was one of their first movies, and they were supposed to snort cocaine, and they were like, "It's just like," he's like, "What are we going to use?" And he's like, "It's B12," and he goes, "So how do I do it to where like it looks like I'm snorting, but I'm really not?" And the director's like, "No, just snort it." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's B12, it's fine." And he said, so they did like 40 takes.
Oh my
and
God.
He's snorting all this B12, right? And he goes, yeah, so I'm like, I'm up all night, you know, and everything and stuff. He's like, I didn't realize it was the B12.
Yeah, I that's insane. And so is this part. This makes no sense. How would this guy win the race?
Yeah, it's like, you know, they tease this early on. Obviously, they foreshadow it. And, yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I like the look on his. I like the look on his face though, as he sees the camera. He's just like, "Yep, here I go." Oh, he trips and falls, and still wins the Boston Marathon.
It doesn't. Yeah, he chugs chocolate milk. That revives him.
Yeah, he beats all the Kenyans.
They should have him die immediately afterward. What's also funny is like at that point, clearly his son would be able to bail him out of prison, but he's like, it's not necessary, but he still wins the marathon.
Yep.
Directed by Sean Anders.
Yeah.
Written by David Caspe.
We know the great David Caspe from Happy Endings and
Oh yeah,
Marry Me.
Alan Covert produced it. The star of Grandma's Boy.
Really?
Oh look, is this another? Yeah, just said that. Is this another Van Halen song?
Which one is it? I can't hear.
I don't know.
God, Leighton Meister. But yeah, that is our commentary for Grandma's Boy. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Maybe this is the most enjoyable way to watch Grandma's Boy.
Dance the Night Away is what it is.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Actually, that's from Van Halen too. But yeah, that is the commentary. Mike, do you have any other tidbits or anything to say about Grandma's Boys? We watched the cast appear here.
It speaks for itself.
Yep. They credit him as Todd instead of Han Solo.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yep.
Honestly, not even a slash. Just Todd. I don't like it. I think it betrays the character, if you ask me. But yeah, so we will. This will be up on Bandcamp for everyone. If you're listening,
Wait. Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I was on here. Yeah, I knew that the kids on the Lemonade Stand were Adam Sandler's kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Rex Ryan was in this. Was as Jim Nance? Was that his agent, Rex Ryan?
Oh, yeah, that must be. That must
Oh,
be. I didn't even. I didn't even put that together.
Leg up on the competition.
Yeah, I didn't even put that together, but yeah.
Wow, good for him putting his best foot forward as a actor.
Oh my god. Oh, tripping. But yeah, so this will be up on Bandcamp. If you're listening to this, you're either a patron, and we'd like to thank our patrons, Leah and Miranda, obviously. So you're either a patron or you are listening to this on Bandcamp already. We will be back on Tuesday with our third part of Kevin Smith movies, third part of Archie versus the Predator.
Fourth.
No, third part.
Oh, I thought it was fourth.
No, we already recorded. We recorded it, the third part, but that's what comes out on Wednesday.
Whoopsie doodle.
That's a little behind the scenes, guys. We'll be recording part 4 next, but you guys won't hear that until after Thanksgiving. And
that's a twist part.
And yeah, if you want to write us, you have a movie that you want us to do, or a topic that you want us to get to on the Massive Late Fee podcast, you can email us at massivelatefee@gmail.com. Find us at Massive Late Fee on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon and Bandcamp.
If you want to send us a movie meal, go ahead.
That's right. We will take all the movie meals that we can get. I won't eat them because, I don't believe in that, but I will give them to my children and I'll put pennies in them. And see where the chips fall.
They're higher than I hear.
Yeah. Well, they have, we have life insurance policies on them, so.
There you go.
But anyway, so thanks for listening to the commentary, guys, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Later.